Is this the moment when even the strongest bodyguards can't control the love of fans? Why was King Taehyung almost swallowed by a sea of screaming supporters at the airport? Watch the footage, feel the chaos, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates that will leave you breathless. Who could have predicted that a casual airport arrival would turn into a whirlwind frenzy that almost paralyzed the terminal? Why did a calm, routine appearance by BTS's V. Kim Taehyung suddenly become the epicenter of emotional chaos and fan eruption? The moment footage surfaced of Taehyung making his way through the arrival gates, thousands of fans lost all sense of calm. But what exactly happened in those wild, unforgettable minutes? And did the bodyguards really fail to hold back the crowd? The video starts deceptively serene. A black SUV slows to a halt at the curb. For a brief second, the crowd waiting outside the terminal holds their breath, uncertain if this is the vehicle carrying their star. Then the door opens. A foot clad in luxurious designer footwear steps out, followed by the unmistakable silhouette of Kim Taehyung, effortlessly elegant, cloaked in a casual but expensive ensemble, sunglasses shielding his intense gaze, yet unable to hide the warmth of his signature smile. And that's when it happens. The scream that erupts isn't just a cheer, it's a siren, an emotional detonation that breaks all barriers. Taehyung, ever composed, waves gently. He walks forward with that characteristic feline grace, but within seconds the fans swarm closer. What was supposed to be a respectful welcome becomes a tidal wave of emotional energy. Phones rise like a digital forest, all pointed toward the man whose presence electrifies the air. Screams mix with sobs. Fans shout his name, some too overcome to even hold their devices steady. They cry not just because they see him, but because of what he represents: comfort, beauty, artistry, and unshakable presence in their lives. Security tries. Truly they do, but even their best-formed walls can't hold back the devotion of thousands. One bodyguard is seen motioning frantically, trying to carve a clear path. Another attempts to shield Taehyung with an extended arm. Yet even he is visibly struggling against the wave of humanity. Taehyung, meanwhile, remains calm. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't rush. Instead, he acknowledges the crowd with a humble bow. It's this humility that only intensifies the fans' reaction. They aren't just seeing an idol. They're witnessing a king walk among them, real and achingly close. But the chaos is far from over. As he moves deeper into the terminal, the crowd inside explodes too. People run, phones trembling in their hands, some collapsing in overwhelmed joy, others weeping in disbelief that Taehyung is really there, breathing the same air, walking the same ground. Airport staff begin to panic. Announcements blare through the speakers, but it's like whispering into a storm. Was this planned? Was Taehyung expecting this scale of frenzy? And what about the bodyguards? Were they briefed? Or did they simply underestimate the magnetic pull of a man like Kim Taehyung? The scenes play out like a movie, but this isn't fiction. This is the real raw power of love, fan love that defies control, logic, and even safety measures. Taehyung's journey from the car to the VIP lounge, which should have taken 3 minutes, stretches into an exhausting 12. At one point, he briefly stops, reaches into the crowd, and accepts a small note from a trembling fan's hand. A gesture so simple, yet it sets off another emotional aftershock. Did he read the note? Did he keep it? Who was that fan? Questions now flood social media timelines, and then it ends. The doors close. Taehyung disappears behind the secure gates, and a strange silence follows. Some fans are seen crying uncontrollably. Others embrace each other, shaking from adrenaline. It's not just the sighting that affects them, it's the aftermath. The emotional crash after the high. Back online, hashtags begin trending in minutes. That's King Taehyung at the airport tops the charts in multiple countries. Fan cams, live streams, slow-motion replays of his every glance and wave circulate at lightning speed. Discussions emerge. Was this safe? Should artists be exposed to this level of chaos? But just as many argue, this wasn't chaos. This was love in its purest, most uncontrollable form. Did Taehyung know the effect he would have just by showing up? Did he feel the magnitude of what he means to millions? And more importantly, how does one man carry such gravity, yet remain so effortlessly gentle? This moment becomes more than news. It becomes legend. Fans begin to write poems. Art floods Twitter and Instagram. Digital illustrations of Taehyung amidst a sea of light and tears. Some even call it divine, an otherworldly moment that shook the earth, if only for a brief time. As dawn breaks the next day, articles try to capture the madness. News anchors debate the fan situation. Airport authorities quietly increase security. But among armies, one truth stands above all. This wasn't a mess, it was a miracle. A shared moment that connected thousands of souls to one man, who didn't even need to say a word. Taehyung himself later posts a photo, just a soft image of clouds through an airplane window. No caption. Yet somehow every fan knows what he means. He felt it too. The storm of love, the unstoppable force of his presence, the impossible softness in the middle of screaming chaos. And you, yes, you reading this, what do you think? Would you have stayed calm if he walked past you? Or would your heart have burst like the rest of us? Tell us in the comments. Were you there? Did you feel the energy through the screen? Like, comment, and subscribe now if this story made your heart race. Because this, dear reader, is not the end. This is just another chapter in the myth, the movement that is Kim Taehyung.